Today.
All right. What's good? What's good? What's good, everybody? What's good? What's good? We are in the house, y'all. We're in the house. I have Sister Divinity here with me today. I see y'all been waiting. I'm pretty glad that y'all be lined up waiting until the show starts. I actually just created the post. I see a few of y'all in here. Hold on a second because I got to get the rest of these brothers in here. Hold on a second um because they'll be like, oh, I thought you was going. I'm gonna go ahead and get it up. So, Sister Divinity, go ahead, Sister. Introduce yourself. I know you're not new. Everybody knows you're not new, but just go ahead, with your open, Sister.
Okay. How y'all doing? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. My name is Divinity Calhoun. I am a recently published author. I published a book on spiritual ascension, so I'm real big on the spiritual evolution and the conscious evolution of our people. So I do things like this, different talk shows, different presentations, different speaking events to further the reach of my message as it pertains to growth and development. So today is going to be nothing short of that. And I'm able to provide these insights due to the personal experiences that I had to overcome within myself so that now I can be more relatable, more teachable, and a better student, because it's never a destination, right? There's never a point where you feel like you got it all, you know it all. You're constantly learning and unlearning certain things so that they can serve your highest good. So with that being said, I'm gonna transfer it back over to you, Tony.
All right. Thank you, Sister Divinity. So, we are okay. There's brother Meco. Um, welcome, brother Meco. Welcome, brother.
How you
Welcome
doing?
to the show.
Good
So
afternoon, King.
How you doing, Queen
okay,
Divinity? How you doing today, sis?
yeah.
All is
All
well.
right. So, I'm trying to get this damn. You know what? I'm not gonna keep. I'm just gonna do this here. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. All right. So, I welcome brother Meco. Welcome, man. Glad you can make it. I'm waiting on brother Black Power. Hopefully he is checking his email right now because I did send him uh the email to join us. So I might have to contact the brother because he might not see it. And I was trying to, set up,
My
and I
wife
was
is
trying to
calling me.
deal
Hold
with
on.
you at the same
Let me
time.
call her on this.
Um, okay, so go ahead, brother Meco. While we wait on brother Black Power, you can go ahead with your open up, and then after you do your open, we'll get started, and then I can finish this my other stuff here for these banners. Go ahead, brother.
Hey, I'm on the broadcast.
I'm sorry, but the hell they wait bringing the car, but I'm getting Miss Rhonda gonna let me get these cigarettes. Like,
All right.
all right, love you.
Yeah, mute yourself,
You
brother
want to
Meco.
introduce
We don't
yourself,
want nobody
King?
in your personal affairs, so mute yourself next time. Yeah, okay. So, go ahead, Sister Divinity. I don't know. Brother Meco, are you ready? Brother Meco, can you hear me? Okay. So, Sister Divinity, go ahead and speak on your saying your information on slave mentality, the slave minded, brown skinned men and women, because that's who's mostly and stuck into that mentality. So go ahead and speak on your portion of what you think and what you know about that.
Well, briefly put, I feel like the slave conditioning, or the mental conditioning of our people, which is what we're calling slave mentality today, it stimulates, or it originates from, like, the religions that they gave
Okay,
us.
hold on, sister. Hold on a second. You say you can't hear us? Okay. Well, go out. Go. I know, but go out and come back in, brother. Go out and come back in. Go ahead, sister.
So we've been conditioned to project externally, right? We've been conditioned to project to an external God, right? Not really understanding that God lies within us, right? We've
I
we've
can't
been
hear you, brother.
Go out, and come back in. Go out. No, do you see what I'm saying? Go out, like go out, leave, and come back. Leave and come back. You,
put it. Maybe he needed it in the chat
yeah, just yeah. See, he can't hear
because
me.
he's typing in the chat.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and type it in there as well. Okay. um. Yeah. Okay. So we'll do it that way. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Here we go. Okay. Go ahead, sister. I'm sorry
Okay,
to.
we back. So the slave mentality is conducive to a conditioned way of being, a conditioned way of experiencing things, right? And so you can track it all the way back to, slavery days, physical slavery, when they handed us a Bible to first condition us to learn how to project to a God that is external to us, right? Printed paper, right, which is money, something that we value oh so much because we were conditioned to believe that this external piece of paper is adequate, or it measures up to our self-worth, right? In actuality, it doesn't, right? Jobs, different media, the school system, prison system. So these are the things, the tools that these entities or these beings or these people put into place to kind of condition our people to kind of focus one way or to experience one way of being, one way of living and believing, right? So if you're conditioned by your religion, then you have no real principles, right? You have no real principles that you're incorporating into your reality. So you're kind of like bound to this religious perspective, which that kind of gives you a book and takes away the experience, right? So if we're conditioned from the start of time of this, then this is obviously going to affect our belief system, right? So our belief system is going to be we're going to believe in everything external to us, right? And if we're doing that, then the last place we're going to look is internally, right? So we're accepting everything that's being given to us from the religion, and we understand that when you're accepting these things from an external point of view, there's no willingness to evolve internally. And the will of man is the most powerful force on this planet. So if it weakens the will of the man, then because let me slow down. If this system that they're putting in place weakens the will of man, then this is going to make us less willing, less aware, or less open to seeking, right? Because they're giving us all the answers at this point. The man, the entities, they're giving us this information, and we're already conditioned to just receive. We're not in co-creation mode, right? So we don't have any internal evolution, then there's no change, no awareness, nothing will be made. And so the slave masters have become God, right? This is where we get our answers from. This is who we look into. This is who's providing all of the resources and all of the structure that make up our reality. So this becomes God, right? And so I can continue to speak, Tony, but I don't want to be too long-winded. Do you want me to continue?
Yes, sister. Yes.
Okay. So you go from getting this Bible or this book that conditions you to believe or project externally to now they're printing things, they're printing paper, right? And so this is going to alter your value system as well, because now instead of valuing your internal counterpart, now you're placing more value and more belief into this paper. Like I'm saying, especially with the making reference to the religion and the Bible, right? So money is seen as being more valuable than self, right? So they began producing so much, and now we're the consumers. And even today, we're the consumers. Somebody's producing on a larger scale, and we're the consumers of it because we're not in a head space, right? An unconditional space within self, to where we understand that we got natural gifts and talents that we can tap
Sister
into.
Divinity, you're you sounding a little deformed, like you're underwater a little bit.
Let me see. Let's see. Voice isolation. Let me see. Okay. Is this better? Is that better at all?
Just start talking a little bit. Let me see. Just start talking. Let me see if I
I
can
was
hear you.
trying to
Okay,
because
there it is.
they
There
gave
it
me
is.
options.
There it is.
That's better. Okay. 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 And so, there's a thing with, humans cannot go so long with doing something the wrong way without eventually having to address or justify their wrongdoings. And I'm saying that to say this. So you have this guy Abraham Lincoln that they've written about in the books that is supposed to be like our freer or our slave, the man who abolished slavery. So we looking at him like he's a hero, when in all actuality what he did was remix the whole trajectory of slavery, right? So this is where we get the printed money from, because at first we didn't have that, right? This is where we get the jobs from, the just over brokes, right? This is where we get our history books with, them teaching and writing to our children in a way that, no, the white man again is a savior. The white man again should be looked at and praised. And, so again, we're externally projecting. We're projecting externally. So all of this is taking awareness, taking experience from our inner workings, right? And so the whole propaganda was to make them believe that they're free, to make a person believe that they're free. So it was really like freedom and phantom in the same sense, because we didn't really have an economic base. They were not giving us anything, and so we went into these jobs and externally projecting all of our energy into this external realm, because again, we were taught that these things hold value. And so we're not seeking internally. And I feel like I'm rambling, I feel like I'm over and over again, but that's really kind of like the gist of why we got into the space that we're in now, because of repetition, because we're constantly replaying or seeing the same narrative take place within our surroundings. And so all of these things were really formed to like create a sense of control. And if you can get the minds of the people, if you can get the subconscious minds of the people, then that's a start to creating your own reality, right? To get a person to believe and see and speak and do as you would want them to do, based upon the principles that you incorporate into your life, that the people that you're giving all of this direction or these tactics to, we don't really understand that, principles over religion, right? Principles are going to work for you whether it's good or bad. So these people know something that we don't know. These people are, creating a vision in their mind that they want, a world to where people are in control or whatever. And they writing the vision and making it plain. They're aligning their actions with these things that they want to be done. They're incorporating money and putting big investments behind these systems and these different things that they set in place to stop us. This is creating your reality at its absolute finest. But because we don't have a vision, because we're not writing the vision and making it plain, because we're not investing in areas that will serve us most, we're not aligning with the things that we foresee in our mind's eye, right? These people we know are working, is not working to our advantage, right? We know that it's wicked, but they operate in principle. We operate in the conditions which we were given. We operate within the confines of a religious book. We don't operate in the real divine experience of what we were supposed to step into, right? But these people, even though they're not angelic beings, even though they're not God, right, they're operating in principle. And that's really like the fundamental basis of what we're going to discuss, really, because it's about the principles that you incorporate. It's about how you show up day in and day out, your thought process, right? And so if you're investing, if we're conditioned to believe that we need a job, if we're conditioned to believe that, a dollar amount it weighs more than our self-worth, then what we're going to end up doing is investing all of our time, money, energy, and effort into this place to where now we going to and from a job that at the end of the day, we don't have time to come home and create or map out a vision or a plan, because now we got to catch up on sleep so we can get up the next day and do it all over again. Because really what we're doing is expanding the reality of someone else, right? So then they come up with these different things where it's like, okay, you get $25 an hour, but you sitting on $1 million dream. So how are you supposed to execute? How are you supposed to make generational changes within your community or within your headspace if you're constantly projecting externally? So I'm just gonna say this in closing. I do feel like the fundamental root of a slave mentality, it goes back to how we were conditioned, and it's nothing more than just a conditioned way of seeing things.
All right, sister. You well put, sister. Well put. We welcome, brother Black Power. Welcome back.
Oh,
What's going on, King?
It's been a while since I've seen you, man.
I told you I'd get him back. So,
Power family.
How you doing?
So I welcome you, brothers, Black Power, brother Meco. Thank you, sister, for your introduction and your open, and also your opinion and what you think about as far as the topic slave mentality, because a lot of us are still in that condition. But before we move forward, you know what I'm saying? I got to give you to Day Park, which I didn't do in the beginning. So we got be back in 30 seconds, everybody. 30 seconds. All right, we are back. We are back. YouTube got to get their part. I was, if some people be asking, hey, why you make that video? You usually just come on. Well, I actually have a boss, so they want me to do certain stuff so they can make sure they get their end, of the pie. So that's all I'll say about that. Because they do look into my videos. So anyway, welcome everybody. I hope y'all enjoy Sister Divinity's, analyzation on slave mentality. All right. So what I'd like to do is, Brother Black Power, introduce yourself, even though you're not new to the channel, but still introduce yourself. And I want you to, come in with your open. And Brother Meco, since you're new to the channel, I'll have you introduce yourself first, and then Brother Black Power, you do it as well. So Brother Meco, introduce yourself and go ahead with your open on the topic.
My name is Meco. Black Power, that's one of my comrades. I do believe that we still have slave mentality. I do believe that it's connected to this book that they call the Bible. And I do believe that the United States plays a part in all of that. I think the biggest problem that we have as a people is that this language was not our first language. And so we didn't have any ancestral connections to it. And so we don't really understand the language the way they do. And so they use different words and stuff that we think in the common term mean one thing and they mean something totally different. So I do believe that we are still under a slave mentality. A lot of us might think that we're free. They say, oh, the 14th Amendment, 13th Amendment, and the thing is, like I said, we don't understand the language, and it was supposed to be the abolishment of slavery. And the slaves were emancipated. And to a thinking person or a person that does research, we realize that emancipation does not mean free. You see, a 16-year-old child can be emancipated from their parents, but that doesn't change the status. That's still the child, that's still the parent. So if a slave is emancipated from the master, the slave is still a slave, the master is still a master. So we do have to dig into this. We have to understand where we are. We have to understand this is not a country. It's a corporation, first and foremost. And that the money or the bottom line, power, that's the goal, to control us. That's the goal. I think a lot of our people are under the assumption that they want to kill us off. And that's not true. That's not conducive to their growth. You see, they need to control the source of energy. You see, and I understand that you, Black Power, and this young lady right here that's speaking, we're the main sources of energy because we're the ones with the information. We're trying to give it out. You see, so I'm gonna leave with that.
All right, brother. All right, appreciate you, Brother Black Power. Go ahead with your open, brother.
Black Power family. Y'all heard that's who I am, Black Power, that represents all Black people. This is not an individual thing. That's why I take the word Black Power as a title. That's for all of us, brothers and sisters. And yes, we have a slave mentality, just on a simple fact. When they so-called freed us from bondage, what did our people do? We walked around, we was lost. We hit a corner, we hit a corner, we hit a corner, and guess what? We ended right back where the white man was at and say, please, can I have a job now? Can you pay me now to work for you? So we have a slave mentality, and we haven't let that go yet, family. And we got to do that right now. This information that's finna get brought to the people, you better take heed to it and stop playing with your life, because that's what you're doing. When these crackers is giving you $23, $25 an hour to stand in the middle of the street and hold a sign that say stop, slow down. That's what you're doing for 8 hours of your life. Nothing. So I'm gonna end with that, brother. Let's get it started.
All right. Never a disappointment, brother Black Power come in with his analyzation, his thoughts. Okay. So okay, brother Meco get out. He'll probably be back. We'll wait for him to come back. But anyway, so the topic, what I'm saying, for everyone that's watching, I appreciate y'all coming, and wanting to hear what has to be said on this topic. The topic, slave mentality. Of course, we really have to be mindful of that. And the reason why I say is because there are a lot of us that don't even realize that we are slaves, thinking we're free. And that's already a misconception, because you're not. You're not free if you believe that this topic is for you. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Sister Divinity, I'd like you to go ahead and start off with speaking on this topic once more. I know you I know you came in, but I also, how I like to go around the room. So I'll go ahead and let you, sister, go ahead and go in on that topic once more and give us a little bit more of, what you think about this topic, about our people being so in tune with the mentality of thinking that they're free, and also of thinking that they're actually doing what they want to do, but don't realize all that shit is being controlled. Go ahead, sister.
So, like I said, it really starts back to the conditioning of our parents, right? If you can get into the subconscious minds of subconscious mind of a person, then that's going to dictate their belief. That's going to dictate their conversations. That's going to dictate the trajectory of their life. That is what they're going to co-create. And so, as a byproduct of that creation, they are then subconsciously and consciously going to hand those teachings or those practices down to their children. And this is how you begin the generational curse. Because the grandma and them didn't have this information. Grandma and them was conditioned, and these are the very people we run to when we're confused about this thing called life. We run to grandma, we run to our elders, and not saying that we're wrong for doing so, but a person can only give you what they have. So if your grandma and them didn't have this type of information, if they were not really in alignment with their divine assignment, then they are going to have limited information, limited knowledge, right? That they've gotten from books, or just from their own limited way of believing and thinking. Right. So you have some people even now, and it's a play on words, that have like a rich mentality, right? Like some people so poor that all they have is money, right? And so you have these things, these chains and material gain, which validate self-worth, like these different celebrities, or people that's come across a little smidget of success, which is they consider success being a financial gain, which success is the totality of your mentality, your spirituality, your emotions, your physicality, and your finances, right? And so you get these people who become rich or become like a success, right? And so they're already conditioned to project externally. So now they're wearing the whips and the chains. And again, it's a play on words, but the whips and the chains that, we've come from the whips and the chains being around our neck to now they just remix it. Like I said, so now it's a new way to enslave us. It's a new way to really enslave yourself. We're prisoners of our own minds, right? And so when Kanye West said that, slavery was a choice and people had the choice, a lot of people who were operating in their lower selves, they interpreted that as an insult because they don't understand their true capabilities. They don't really understand that, damn, I could step outside of these lines that were drawn for me. Like, I really didn't come here to face reality, but to indeed create it. And so it's kind of like if you don't really know that, you're being conditioned a certain way, and because you're being conditioned a certain way, it's making room for these limited belief systems. So now when you're experiencing event at the event, trauma after trauma, that's what it becomes. It becomes a trauma, and you cannot see the totality of life. You can't really operate in divine principle when your perspective is filtered by your traumas, right? Due to your conditioning. And so somebody like a MLK, a Martin Luther King, would have to step out of the confines of that and really, speak on the dream that they have. You have to become a visionary and tell your people about it. And, this is really the start of shifting generational curses.
Okay. All right, sister. I really like how you put that together, because not many people can do that. I like how Sister Divinity makes it look like this is easy. she like, don't act like you don't be doing that. You make it look like it's easy. Whatever, you be doing. You know what I mean? But like
it just feels so comfortable, right? It just feels natural. Like this is naturally what we're supposed to do as people, right? Instead of, and I understand it's painful, and we'll get to that later in the show. Like there is a lot of pain that comes from that, but that's the whole purpose of transmutation of energy, where you're able to have something to ignite that passion or ignite that purposeful experience, so that now you can push it forward. Because it's like, damn, look at where we came from, and so like I said, we'll expand on that a little later, but it just feels natural to like freely give this information, right? This is really like the gift that keep on giving. Seriously.
Yeah, right, correct. And I want everybody to know, man, that when you are hearing this type of information, man, take heed to it, man. You know what I'm saying? Apply it to yourself. Think about it. Think about this. When you're sitting there at work, or you driving your car, or you getting out of bed, just wonder, think about it. Are you really free? Are you really, doing all these things that you're claiming that you're doing that makes you feel as if you're this free person living in a country that doesn't even see you as that? You know what I'm saying? Now, I know you're probably feeling like I can do what I want. No, you can't. Because you can't walk out that door butt ass naked. You know that shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't walk out there and bust somebody's window without some sort of repercussion. So no, you know what I mean? So of course you well, what that's supposed to be free. Let me tell you something. Free is when you can walk outside and you can just say, or you can do whatever you want. Free nature of things. All right. Free nature of things. If you really want to be free, let's go outside right now. I'll challenge y'all to that. Let's go outside right now and let's go and start some shit and see if there are no consequences to it. All right. Of course, there'll be consequences with that other individual, but what about the people that control that very community or that very city or that state? There are rules. There are laws. You really want to be free? Find an island somewhere. Do what the hell you want to do. You can't kill nobody free. You got to suffer consequences. You can't rob nobody without consequences. You really just can't do what you want. So we're in a controlled system, and there's nothing wrong with having some sort of control over yourself and control over what you do around other people. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? But
and you know what? Can I piggyback on? I'm sorry, Tony, not even to cut you off. I wanted to piggyback on what you were saying, as it pertains to freedom. And one sign of awareness, one thing that raised my awareness towards the lack of my freedom was when I was going to exchange my time for money, and it was kind of like, okay, well, with this time, a lot of people feel like money is the number one resource, but everybody's good at something. And I always say this. So if you can manage your time well enough, predicated around the things that you're good at to the point that you become great, that is your gift making room for you. And so when I found myself exchanging my time for money, and I really didn't like it at all, it was kind of like, dang, well, with this time, I could capitalize off this time. I could maximize off this time. I could go in creation mode on this time, but I'm using it like this king said down here at a stop. I'm playing stop sign. I'm a statue. I'm getting, and it's like, you're not getting paid. You're self-sabotaging. But it's a play on perspective. Again, like when you find yourself exchanging time for money, that's one indication. Like, okay, how can I start generating a little bit more so that now I can get this residual income? And it's not just about money, it's about who you have to become in order to attract the money, right? So it's real. This is really crippling our people, like in a massive way.
Yes, it is. And these fixed conditions is crippling our people. These, you know what I'm saying, these said and well put on, you know what I'm saying, acting, you know what I'm saying, this behavior. You know what I'm saying? Look, you can sit there all day and watch these, you know, lazy pieces of crap, you know what I'm saying, give you the news and give you, you know what I'm saying, the government come on TV all day and tell you all kinds of shit. But I'm going to tell you right now, this is the biggest goddamn movie I've ever seen. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I
But
think
go ahead, Brother Meco. I ain't going to go through. Y'all know I'm going to go in on that, but not yet. Brother Meco, you go ahead. Go ahead,
yeah,
brother. And then Brother Black Power, you next, brother.
I think the biggest misconception of freedom, people have to understand that there's still rules to life. You see, so like being a free person, you have to adhere to those rules. Like you can't harm anyone, can't damage their property, you cannot steal from anyone. All right. Outside of that, everything else is slavery. Outside of that, everything else is slavery. If your acts are not harming anyone, if you're not stealing from them, if you're not damaging their property, you're in slavery. You think you're not, but like the sisters say, you're trading your time for money. But I translate it as you trading your energy for that money. You go to work, you're tired. After you get home from work, you look at the money that you have, you decide you want to purchase a car. You're a free person. You can purchase that car. You purchase it. Now you want to drive that car. Hold up. Before you drive this car, you need permission. You need insurance and you need a permit. The permit is the driver's license. You see? Say you purchase a home. You purchase a home. You decide, you know what? I want to build more onto this home. You cannot. You need permission to do that first, even though you own the home. Even after you own the home and you've paid for it, you still must pay a residual tax every year to maintain ownership or actual possession of the home. So you're not free. You're not free to do anything that you want to do unless they give you permission to do. Remember, you were given liberties. A liberty is when a ship comes in to a dock and they give them liberty to roam. They're not free to do what they want to do. You see, you don't have any freedom. To prove it, I'm going to read the definition of a word that we've heard many, many times, and it's called capitalist. We've been hearing that we live in a capitalist country. And if you're free, I want to know if you fit in this category. Because these are free people. One, exclusively dependent on accumulated property, whether denoting a person of large wealth or one having an income from investments. An individual who owns all or part of an income-producing asset. Do you own any income-producing assets? Have you accumulated a lot of property? You see? Well, if you don't fit in that category, then you must be the money-making asset that is owned. So if this country, so to speak, is a capitalist country, that means this country must be an individual who owns all or part of an income-producing asset. What is the income-producing asset that this country, so to speak, owns? You are the income-producing asset because you are not free. It says it right here in their language. That's all I got to say for right now.
Wow.
Okay.
Now, that's from Black's Law Dictionary, 5th edition. If anybody's wondering where I read the definition.
Okay, thank you, brother. I hope y'all y'all have an understanding on an overstanding and understanding of what that brother just said, because you are the product. You are. You know, you might not think you owned but you don't really own that house like you think you do, and you don't really own that property like you think you do either. You know, just think of you are still out there in the field picking cotton, and you cutting your grass, and you worried about you getting your property taxes paid, and let's just say you don't pay those taxes. What they gonna do to your house? They're gonna take it. But you own that house, right? So when I hear somebody say, "Oh, I own my house," no, you don't. Don't tell me that. No, you don't. I'm gonna tell you to your face. No, you don't. Because if you did, then why you got to pay these taxes? Well, you know this is how it goes. Well, whatever. I don't want to hear that shit. But anyway, we don't really.
And not even that, they own the land. They claim to own the land that your house is sitting on top of anyway. So if you want to put a trailer somewhere, like, no, you got to get permission for. No, this is our land, and they're ridiculous with it. So the lack of knowledge, our men will perish seriously because we are perishing.
Mm-hmm. There's a brother in Woodbine, Georgia. He actually died a few years back, but he had a trailer on, like I think he had like 3 acres of land. He had him a trailer on, and he worked. He was a truck driver. He built like a 3,000 square foot home on that, and they would not allow that brother to move into that home because he didn't get the permission, the proper permits. Everything works in the house. They won't allow him to move in, and the house is still standing. And the wife is told that she has to tear it down and start from scratch with the proper permits. This is how free we are in this country. Or this corporation. I go ahead and tell them it's corporation because right here in 28 USC 3002 15A, United States means federal corporation. That's what it says. It does not say country. It doesn't say any of the things that we were taught. It says federal corporation, and it stops there. Or what actually it has 15A, B, and C, and I'll read them all. United States means federal corporation. That's number A. I mean the letter A. B, an agency, department, commission, board, or other entity of the United States. Or C, an instrumentality of the United States. And then the next definition is United States Marshal means it doesn't say country, meets and bounds. It doesn't say any of the things that we understand, like what a country actually is. You see, and so we need to start taking a lot of the things that we take for granted. We need to take this right here very, very seriously and start approaching this place from the understanding of what it really is, because it's not a country, it's a corporation. And when you think that this corporation owes you anything for its misdeeds, then you have to question yourself, how likely is Walmart to freely pay for its misdeeds?
Not likely at all. But before you continue, brother, I would like to bring Brother Black Power in because he hasn't had a chance to speak yet. Yeah. So, Brother Black Power, go ahead and give us your analysis on the slave mentality.
Well, pretty much, man. I'm just sick and tired, and we all should be sick and tired of black people afraid to go free. There's only one way to go free, through revolution. We don't have to do a physical revolution right now. It also could be a mentally revolution. Mm-hmm. How we do that? Shut the system down. Stop cooperating. You niggas stop Walgreening. Stop Walmarting. Stop Safewaying. Start pooling our resources together. Let's get together as a people and do what the fuck we got to do. And you know what? A lot of people think it's about the money. With black people, yeah, it's about the money. You know why? Because it's a dead peckerwood on it. You so in love with the white man. You just so in love with this motherfucker. You still on his titty and you don't know how to let it go. See? With the white man, with the enemy, it ain't about no money. It's about control. What we talking about? It's about, long as I control the minds of the massive, I got them. Mm-hmm. Like the sister said earlier, we are enslaving ourselves now. Our ancestors fought hard not to allow a chain to get around their neck. Look at these youngsters today. They got about 15 of them around their neck now. Mm-hmm. 20 of them around their wrists now. Mm-hmm. White man ain't putting nothing on them. But here we go. We not slaves. Nigga, I got it going on, and I got money, and I got Yeah, okay, slave. Okay, stop being afraid. Let's do what Malcolm and Martin Luther King and Dr. Khaled and all these brothers did. Let's fight, man. Let's fight from the mind right here. This is the most important part of everything when it comes to a human being. Right here. It all starts right here, family. And this is what the enemy knows. That's why he got us. He got this. Like I say, we get out here and walk around. We go to work. We'll sit up and hold a stop sign. For 25, nigga, you paying me $25 an hour. You got me fucked up. Nigga, I'm going to get that. For real. That's 8 hours, man. You can be educating your children about some real black power. But you wasting time standing in the middle of the street. Your life at stake. Somebody can drive by and hate black people. Let me run this nigga down for $25 an hour. It's time to wake up, people. We all still enslaved, man. But we gotta fight now. It's time for us to fight. Because the enemy haven't stopped. He just ain't doing it physically no more. He done fucked up our minds. Now he sit back like Pac say. Give him guns, step back and watch them kill each other. Now he ain't got to do no more work. We doing it for him. It's time to wake up, people. It's been time. But we can, I mean, you know, we can stay like we want to stay. Can't tell me nothing. I'm a grown motherfucking man. I'm a grown motherfucking woman. Can't tell me, okay, go ahead. Go ahead and stay a slave. Go ahead. I choose not to. I'm doing my best every day to break a bad habit. And you know what that is? Cooperating with this goddamn wicked ass system. I'm breaking it every day. I'm breaking something because I'm tired of this wicked ass system and black people. I just looked at a video and seen, I call names. I don't give a fuck. Puff Daddy telling Rick Ross that he helped him become a trillionaire. A trillionaire. Yeah, that's Puff Daddy. That used to be black people's number one Christian. Remember him? Yeah, if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't have these money that I have. I wouldn't have to think. That's Puff Daddy. That's what we talking about. Who bragging about being a trillionaire? Are you serious, my nigga? You got trillions, and you still scared, nigga? You still scared of the Peckerwood? You still scared to start helping your people out? Oh, you want us to do what you told the world to do when you did that other video, huh? Let's give Biden a chance and let's hold him accountable. Where they do that at, Puff? Where do black people hold white people accountable? See, this is the mentality that we don't need. A Puff Daddy's mentality. We don't need that, family. We don't need it. We don't need these niggas around us. It's time for us to stand up and fight together. We got to start in every city, family. We got to start in every city. And do what I'm doing, family. Every day, break a bad habit of cutting something loose of this system. It ain't just gonna happen overnight. I understand. That's why I'm having patience with myself. It ain't just gonna happen overnight. But you can work on it every day. Stop fucking with Walmart. Just stop it. Stop fucking with this shit. Because I guarantee you let all black people, just if it happens, and I hope it does happen, ancestors, please let it happen, that all black people shut this bitch down. You watch how white folks go in a straight panic. You watch them. Straight panic. But yeah, brother, that's all I wanted to bring to the people right now. Because I'm not going to be lengthy with this shit, man. Because I like to get straight to the fucking point and let black people know what the fuck we need to do. Excuse the language, brother. And ain't going to be no more bad language. I told you I wasn't. I'm not going to do that anymore. But, you know, when I deal with my people, it's very frustrating, man. because this is so fucking simple. It's just how simple it is. It's just like this. Truth, falsehood. Truth, falsehood. That's how the enemy got us. It's just that simple. And it's so damn easy to figure out. And we want to continue to be a slave. Go ahead, brother. Thank you.
All right, thank you for that, brother. Never a disappointment, brother. Black Power always bring that direct message, man. He don't beat around the bush. I hope y'all got that. Real good inside your system, because you're gonna get more of that. You know what I mean? And y'all know I'm like the verbal twin to Brother Black Power. So I like to be direct myself. So, when it comes to having a slave mind, you know what I mean? And I'm just going to just sidebar this, the slave mind can be many, many things. Okay. And it could be a whole collaboration of things. You know what I'm saying? But, you got one thing. Slave mind, for one, is believing in that goddamn Bible. Y'all knew I was going to do that. You knew I was going to do that. That's one. So, and then two, going to work every day thinking you're doing it for yourself and not for the motherfucker that gave you the job. That's two. I can keep going. It's so many. You know what I'm saying? Paying on something that you think you're supposed to just be able to pay for one time and not have to pay on it every month until you pay it off. That's three. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So it's so many things that, we can possibly talk about, man, that we can really talk about when it comes to having a slave mind. So stop thinking that you really own something when you don't. You know what I'm saying? You're working to get it from the motherfucker that's provided to you. So if you really own something, then please show me that you own this without having to pay for it. Show me that you own this. Show me that you can do a certain thing where I have to suffer consequences for it. Because if you really want to be free, if you're really not a slave, then shit, show me different. Because everything we're doing at this point in our life is not making any more fucking sense to me. It's really not. You know what I'm saying? We got so many things that we want to talk about. Oh, well, you know what? I got this and you ain't got that. Yeah, but how did you get it? You got it from the very person that told you that you can have it. You didn't go up there and just grab it and say it's mine. You had to ask for it. You know what I'm saying? But you thinking, yeah, you did that yourself, right? You got it all worked out, all by myself type attitude. No. So since we are on this topic, I'm glad that you all y'all that are viewing, y'all are hearing this. So I really want I want you to come back, Sister Divinity, with this slave mind. Tell us how the slave-minded person will sit there and try to justify their behavior for being slave-minded. Speak on that.
You know what? I really wanted to piggyback. Both of you guys had made a very valid point, and I wanted to piggyback on how these systems are so successful with sticking in place, not only being initiated, but being perpetuated throughout, years and years of experience. And it really boils down to these people understand our power. They understand that there's a sense of greatness that we hold. And so this is what's motivating all of these new tools, new rules, new systems to be set in place. And aside from that, they also understand that we're not disciplined or aware enough or focused or structured enough within our internal space or within our communities due to the things that they've done. They know that we're not disciplined enough to step outside of these things to create and pave our own way. And so I wanted to bring up just recently with the whole, I don't know if I could say with the pandemic and everything, withholding people's jobs from them, saying, well, you can't come to work if you don't get the stamp. And so this is making our people believe that, okay, well, you dead wrong if you don't get it, because obviously your job is what's sustaining your livelihood. Your job is what's going to secure a future for your family. And so giving these people ultimatum to whereas, since we know you're not disciplined enough, since we know you're not going to create your own reality or formulate, different principles to be integrated within your space, since we know that, then we're going to base our leverage upon that. And we're going to say, okay, well, if you don't work for us, if you don't go pick that cotton, quote unquote, if you don't go do this, then, you know, you're going to lose your job. You're going to lose your money, right? Your stability. And it goes back to us being conditioned to believe that this dollar amount is equivalent to success, right? So the first thing we're gonna do is fall into alignment with their assignment, and now we think we're doing a justice for our community or for our children, and you know, it's really just, you know, you can't see beyond it because of the conditions that you have so embedded within your being. Your family is conditioned the same way, and so it kind of validates the slave mentality. It validates the cooperation and the continuation of these curses that are set in place. And how dare you step out of line and try to go against what, you know, master is saying. What you see what they put on the news, right? And really the news for real, and this is a little kind of off, but the news is really, it took the place of the slave master back then, because now, you know, the world is more populated. We have the population of people have increased, so they had to find a way that the slave master, you know, could project all of these fears and insecurities and false insights amongst the people, and they came up with the news system, the CNN, the ABC News, and different things like that, because this is programming at its finest. The first thing you see when you wake up in the morning is a war that is nowhere in your reality, but now it has to be embedded within your emotional space, because now this is the first thing that you subconsciously are projected to. Why are we looking at war or fear being instilled within our spaces at 5 o'clock in the morning? We don't have space to meditate. Like, we immediately conditioned from the time we wake up to the time we go to sleep. Like, it's conditioning, and we feel like it's normal, and we feel like it's, you know, I've had my mom, I'm not gonna say my mother, but someone as close as my mother tell me that I was crazy because I wasn't keeping up with the news reports and the things that was going on. And I do understand that you want to have a slight sense of awareness of, you know, the earthly things that's going on, but you can't be so consumed by it to where it's allowing you to negate your internal obligations to evolve and you do your own research and put yourself where you see yourself. So I feel like that's one of the ways that, you know, we grow comfortable within our slave or conditioned way of thinking, you know, with the news and different things that they are putting in place, you know, that makes the conscious one look, I guess, a little less knowledgeable or have a little less insight. We look like you know, the crazies, or we look like, you know, we just, our heads in the clouds. I don't know what they label it as being, but because they're so conditioned, they look at us like, okay, our way or no way. Like, this is the way that we do it. Our mama them did it, our mom them did it, and so this is the conditioned way. This is our reality, right? So that's my take on that.
All right. And you know what? That is true. You know, it's always a narrative or some sort of angle. You know, either you do it this way or else. You know, our way is better. We made it up. We designed it. You know, and you're gonna do it the way we want you to do it. So see, that's all right there. If that's not some slave shit, if that's not the master telling you, hey, either you do it this way, I'm gonna whip your ass, I don't know what it is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So we are all conditioned to this system. Of course we are. You know what I mean? But we also have to learn to use the very system that's mentally enslaving a lot of us, you know what I'm saying, to pretty much step out of that slave mentality and use that very system, that very power against those who mean us no fucking good. Okay? Once you learn how to use that system to your advantage, you will step out of that slave mentality. And I guarantee you, everything will be revealed to you and your mind will open up so bright. You'll be like, damn, is this what really was going on? Did this really happen to me? Yeah, it did. So when you're in that slave mentality, man, you sleep. You don't see nothing. You're dreaming. That's all it is. You sleep. You're snoring, you're drooling, everything. You sleep. But when you finally wake up, then you start to realize that all this shit that has been going on, that you have been thinking that you've been doing for yourself, has not even been technically true. You've been working around and with a controlled organization, a controlled corporation. Your very birth certificate is your contract. You know what I mean? I just want to throw that out there. You know what I'm saying? Your very social security number is your bank account. But let me stop before I start some shit.
You think they ready for that conversation?
You know, we're gonna have that one, but maybe for another show. But we're gonna have that one. But I just want to, you know, make sure y'all thinking. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're born, you get a number. Why we get a number? It's like tagging us.
Well,
like
the thing is, we just read the We just read the what a capitalist is.
Right.
When you get that number, that is a registered number. You
Exactly.
only register property.
Yeah. So when you born, you know what I'm saying? You notice when women have children, you know, they always get a number and a barcode. You know what I'm saying? Why you need that if you're born into this so-called free world? But then
Because they're not free. And
right,
their Bible tells them that they're not free.
Exactly. But see, they don't believe that. A lot of people don't believe that. They believe, well, the Bible doesn't say that we're not free. The Bible gives us and introduces us to salvation. Really?
Okay, so let's work on that then. Let's work with that.
Wait a minute, Meco. I know you want to go there. Hold on, Meco. Hold on. I know you want to go there. Hold on a second. You know, they believe that the Bible introduced them to salvation. They believe that the Bible liberates them. Because I can tell you right now, the Bible don't liberate a goddamn thing. Okay? It doesn't. It introduces you to, you know, and I'm going to say it. Y'all know I say it. It introduces you to slavery. It tells you how to be a slave. And it also tells you how pedophilia is okay. But let you talk to the right person. That's a Bible thumping, warhead. They'll be like, no, I don't say that. Oh yeah, it says all that. It says all that. You know, I can't tell you how many times I didn't crush a goddamn Bible thumper about what the hell a Bible mean. But okay. But yeah, we're all conditioned to this corporation. But if we're conditioned to this corporation, how about we use the very condition that we're conditioned to use it against this corporation to come up out of that mind? You know what I'm saying? Because if we don't come up out of that mind, we're just going to be living in this corporation, just standing here thinking that everything that we're doing and everything that is made for us is just meant for us because we work so hard to do it. Now, that's called getting a reward. Yeah, that nigga, he worked real hard, so let's get him a car. Let's promote that nigga. You know what I'm saying? You know, but I'm gonna stop right there. So we are in this is the second round right here. So in the second round, what I like to do is I like to pretty much, you know, let everybody kind of like, you know, speak on how they feel personally, you know, about the slave mentality of people. You know what I mean? And what they can do to pretty much reach people to try to help them change that. So in the third round, I'll have everybody just kind of like just, you know, go ahead and speak on it and speak with each other on that, you know, and I'll listen. So we're in the second round. So Brother Meco, go ahead, brother, and tell us, you know, what can you do? What kind of advice or what can you do, brother, to pretty much help someone get out of the slave mentality that they're in?
All right. So the first thing they need to do is put that Bible and those Qurans and all that stuff. They need to put it down first because you simply don't understand it yet. You don't understand it enough to be able to read it with a discerning mind. The only thing you could do is read it and regurgitate what someone has already told you that thing means. The sister mentioned meditation. First step to meditation, being in control of your body. Next, your thoughts. See, once you get in control of these things, then you'll be able to read this for what it is, and you'll see exactly what it's saying to you in this book. You see, you don't need this book to get to your heaven or anything like that. You know, these people that gave you this book got their heaven on earth, and they telling you got to die to get yours. You know, you don't need to do that. The best thing you could do in life is do for other people without expecting anything. This is what me and my wife do. I've talked to my wife about this, our children about this. Do for people without expecting anything. Just do it because you love them or because you know that it needs to be done. Make it a part of your being. You see what I'm saying? You see a black person out there that needs help, help them. Don't just look at them, help them. You know if you're doing good. If you just came out of the grocery store and you got everything that you need out that grocery store, give them the little $20 that you got saved over for your weed. Give it to let them folks get that money because you got everything you need when you just came out the store. I guarantee you'll start being blessed beyond measure. And you won't need this book. You won't need their rules. You see? You'll start getting your blessing because guess what? Everything always comes full circle. It's coming right back to you. Whatever you put out there, your thoughts and your actions, they come back to you. You see, stop expecting people to do what you would do. That keeps you trapped. You see, it keeps you trapped because you only want to deal with people that you think would do things the way you would do them. And the way you would do them is not always right. Stop trusting people to do what you would do. Trust them to do what they would do. Talk to them, communicate. You see, talk to them past their facade, past what they're putting up in your face. Ask them real questions. You see, how is your relationship with your mom and your daddy? If they don't want to talk to you about that, you already know that it's not going to be a great relationship for you because they simply won't open up. You see, let's get back to really, really listening to each other and helping each other, giving instead of being ready to receive. Stop thinking that people owe you stuff and stop thinking that you're entitled to shit. Black people, you are not entitled to anything. These crackers do not owe you no fucking explanation for what they did, nigga. You just know they did it. Get your ass up and make it better for you and your people. Stop asking them why. Stop asking for their help. Learn how to plant some food. Learn how to meditate. Learn how to use herbs to create your own medicine. The books are out there. If you're looking for anything, now this right here is some information I can give you. If you're looking for anything, you take any subject that you're looking for and you type it in Google, then you type PDF behind it, you'll find some literature on that subject. We just got to do better as a people. That's all I got.
That is true. We do have to do better as a people because we are always at each other's throats about every goddamn thing. And that's the problem. Everybody, we got all these chiefs and no damn Indians. You know what I'm saying? Somebody has to lead. Somebody has to lead those out of the slave mentality, man. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to lead us. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't, and I'm not saying that you got to be led by, the very motherfucker that put you into this mentality. No, be led by the person that's trying to help you get out of it so that you can see and open your eyes to the truth. You know what I'm saying? But it's so many of us be like, oh, well, I think we deserve more. I think we deserve an explanation. Nobody got to explain a goddamn thing to you. They did what they did because they could. Okay? Let's just get that straight. They did what they did to our ancestors because they could. Okay? And if we really wanted to stop it back then, we would have. And then when we started revolting, it just gave them more and more reason to attack us, to mentally enslave us, to, physically harm us. But now we're at a point in time where it's time to stop all the damn coonery and the buffoonery. It's time to stop that shit. It's time to really start getting smart and stop reading these damn books that's got you thinking all fucked up and about shit. They put in the book, they can get you to believe it. That's what they've been doing. And then they hide the truth in the book too. So let's continue to wake our people up. Also, I want y'all to download the Bigo app and follow Brother Black Power, Sister Divinity, and also Brother Meco. All right. If you want to get a real, if you want to get really in tune with what they are teaching, y'all download that app and y'all go ahead and follow them. Y'all do that. Okay. And don't forget to do that. If you would like to be a guest on the show, hit me up on my email, TonyReal0044@gmail.com for a live screening or a phone screening. All right. Not everybody get past the screening. I can tell you that right now. It's been a few people I've had last week and this week that they ain't get past the screening, so I don't want to have them on the show. Also, feel free to support the channel by donating today. All right. Hashtag Big Tony Main. All right. Up to you. All right. If y'all would like to get in touch with, is it all right, sister, if I let them know to get in touch with you with your email?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool.
Law of attraction.
Right here. So I think I did it right this time. So if
you did, you did.
It's a typo. It was just a typo. But if you would like to get in touch with Sister Divinity, all right, contact Sister Divinity at lawofattractiond@gmail.com. All right. And make sure y'all go to Amazon.com and get this sister book. Okay. What was the name of from Energetic? What is it? Say it again.
From energetic particles to material matter.
Yes, a book on spiritual ascension. Y'all make sure y'all go to Amazon.com and y'all check this sister book out, okay? And you know what? Quite frankly, I still gotta get my copy. Don't worry, I'm gonna get it. I know I'm taking a long ass time, but guess what? I'm gonna get that motherfucker. When I say, hey, I told you I was gonna get it. See that? Yeah, you see? You know
Take your time, King. I believe you.
So y'all make sure y'all do that, man. So okay, so we're still in the second round. So I want to actually, did I give a chance? Did everybody answer that question? Did you get a chance to answer, Brother Black Power?
Yeah, no.
Okay, yeah, you go ahead and answer.
Very briefly, man.
Okay.
I think we need to stop with that. It is what it is, shit. That's how. This is how they really fucked our minds up very deeply. Black people, we the only people say it is what it is, and we go along to get along with this dumb shit, man. And I also want to let us know, y'all, we came here just like our ancestors, without any motherfucking books. Okay, we came here without no motherfucking books, and I'm so sick of black people running to these goddamn books, and I'm talking about all of them. You got the best thing on the motherfucking planet. It's called a heart, my nigga. It's called a heart. The heart go wherever you go. It came here with you. It's time for you to start using your fucking heart. Put these books down. Throw that shit away. And follow your heart, black man, black woman. It's time. We just too caught up in the bullshit. Distractions. Our ancestors didn't come here with it. We didn't come here with it. Wake up, black people. Let's stop the dumb shit. But, I mean, we got the mentality of, like I said, it is what the fuck it is. And it's not. It's not that way, family. You know, we got to understand this shit, man. And we just keep hitting our fucking heads on this white man's titty, man. Just what the fuck we do. Every day, all day of our life, that's what the fuck we doing. I mean, just briefly about our Muslim brothers. Do you know you hit your head 5 times a day on the ground? You hit your head 5 times a day on the ground, and they're not progressing. You ain't doing nothing to help your people. It's all about us, not about I. It's about us. And this is what the enemy did to separate us. Just like I've said plenty of times on a lot of my program over there on Bigo, on my YouTube channel, you know, we started as tribes, black people, together. Then we came on down up to now to these groups, LTD, George Clinton, all this shit, Supremes, New Edition, Gap Band. We were together, but the enemy separated that. Now look at us today. We don't have too many more bands left, family. It's
you know what,
about
Brother Black Power, I wanna say this real quick. You are right about that, because all the bands that we had, you know what I'm saying, you know, in the music biz, man, you know, that pretty much showed unification. You know what I'm saying? We were a unit. We were a unity.
Right.
And if you notice, all these bands from the past and now, you notice how all of a sudden, you know, the leader of the band solo, or the person, you know what I'm saying, that was a part of the band solo. I'm like, damn, they just breaking all the damn bands up. And then, you know, of course they'll say, well, because they had disagreements, you know, they were always disagreeing or fighting or something like that. But, you know, that's what comes with unification. You know what I'm saying? We all have different personalities and different perspective of things and how we like to do things. You know what I'm saying? But we still should be able to work together and work things out. Now, the only reason why something won't work out is if either both parties just refuse because they mad, or if one party just refused because they mad. You know what I mean? But all the groups have been split up. Everybody with the solo career. Yeah, Destiny's Child, they were a group, a big group.
And they was
now Beyonce solo.
And they was raw.
Kelly Rowland.
And they was raw.
They was
Them
raw.
sisters was raw.
Yeah.
Just like the Supremes, they was raw together. But then they got in Diane's ear. Hey, Diane, you'll do better by yourself. Then they went to shit. She didn't last too long after that.
No.
Then they move up to Bobby Brown. They get him. Hey, Bobby, you'll do better by yourself. First song this nigga come out with is My Prerogative. I do what I want to do. You ignorant ass nigga, you. And
No,
I'm
that
just
wasn't
tired
true.
of black people keep going for the traps. Time to wake up.
That's
But
right, man.
well, that's all I want to say, brother. You know, because you got me wanting to go live right now on Bigo. Because I'm about to.
Go live, bro. Go live, bro.
And you know
I ain't
what?
gonna lie, listen,
Me and Brother
man.
Meco will be
Nah,
there too.
Black Power, exactly right, man. You know, I mean, we've been conditioned to believe in individuality,
Right.
Yeah.
and in that we don't care how our actions affect our people. You see, we don't care about that. We need to get back to a collectivism and understanding that our actions definitely affect our people the same way it works in the neighborhood. You know, like, okay, I quote unquote own my house, we own our home, and I've taught my neighbors this. I say I have to watch the neighbors on this side, in front of me, and if I had some in the back, I watch them, and you do the same. Now, about 15 houses up and down this road, you can't do anything without somebody knowing it because someone's watching the house next to them, because we understand how things affect everyone. You see? And when we get back to that right there, we'll be a better people. We got to get this individuality shit back. It is not about you. It's not about me. It's about us. It's us as a people. You see?
Right.
And you know what? The only ones, you know, and I'm going to say this here, because out of all the history, you know, of what I've read and researched, I've noticed when it comes to us, we are mainly the only ones, brown and black skinned people, that have been taught that individuality is superior.
Yeah.
But they didn't target nobody else. They mainly targeted, you know, the black skin,
That's right.
the black people. Just to, you know, they knew that separating us, you know what I'm saying, of course, would cause, you know, a lot of division. They knew keeping us apart would be the key goal for them to conquer. Because together, they couldn't destroy us. So they had to split us up. They had to infiltrate our culture. They had to. Because we were too damn powerful. They saw how we were as we were together. They saw it. We were building. We were powerful. We can use Black Wall Street as an example. They knew it. They was like, hey, man, these niggas, hold up.
And you know what? Subconsciously, a lot of our people were brought up and conditioned in broken homes. So subconsciously, we took that trauma on and we kind of divided ourselves. Or, you know, you'll find some people nowadays saying, I don't know them, or, you know, I don't want to, you know, don't get too close to me. I don't know you. So they have that kind of standoffish mentality, not really consciously aware that this all started because I grew up in a broken home. And yes, it has a lot to do with the systematic plays that set, you know, in motion as it pertains to like incarceration, you know, being falsely accused, taking the black man from the home, and, you know, making the black woman put the black man on welfare and taking from him and kicking him down while he's trying to get up. And so this is much larger than a lot of us are really willing to receive consciously, for real.
That's right.
Yeah, that is true. That's like you know, you got some people like, oh man, you don't think a person should go to jail for certain crimes they commit? You know what? I've asked somebody one time. I say, you know what? Okay, there may be, you know, there are a lot of crimes. You know, what I'm saying these so-called laws they have to pretty much punish a person for a crime. I said, but this is nothing but modern day slavery, man. If the slave ran off, they took the dogs, you know, and the flashlights and the rifles, and went and chased the slave down. And instead of bringing the slave right back, like usually what they usually do, sometimes they'll kill the slave and let the dogs eat them up. So when you want to look at punishment, you know what I mean? When you sit there, you throw someone in jail, you know what I'm saying? That's like the master whipping that slave. Like, okay, I'm going to keep putting you in this hole until you do right out there. You know what I mean? That's another form of a slave mentality. I know, well, you know what? I'm going to do everything I can because I don't want to go in there. Yeah, you scared. If you hear somebody say, I'm not afraid to be up in there, because that motherfucking place is like paradise to me. I can still make moves. Fuck what they talking about. Now that's the that's the motherfucker that's pretty much awake and not letting what they can do to you be, you know what I'm saying, letting them be afraid. They're not letting them they're not letting it, you know what I'm saying, they're not letting it go, you know what I'm saying, they're not letting it fly. It's like I'm not, you know what I'm saying, I can say all day, hey, you know, if all of y'all afraid to go to jail, then I'll just make sure when y'all do something, I just tell your master so I can get your asses locked up. I guarantee you, everybody in that goddamn room gonna be like, man, no, I'll whoop your ass. You know, they're afraid for that motherfucker, the white man to come put the cuffs on them. You know what I'm saying, and send them down the river. You know what I mean? But if you motivated enough and you are awake with your, you know what I'm saying, with your mentality, you shouldn't be afraid to fucking go to jail. You don't want to be there. You've been conditioned to be afraid of it. And a lot of people are not going to understand what I'm saying. You don't have to, but you were conditioned to be afraid of the very system that was built to put that fear in you. So why not develop a system within the system to make sure that these niggas act right? Because what we say goes. It's kind of like when you don't do what your mom and your daddy say, you get punished, right? But when you stop being afraid, then they were like, okay, what, we can't do nothing with this nigga. We need to get him out of here. How does this nigga get out of jail? What the fuck? I thought we put too much on him, but he can get out. So everything that has been created to put you in fear, to put you in that mentality of being a slave, is always going to continue to be used because it's still used today. Fear is the biggest factor. So because they have fear, you will continue to think like a slave, and you'll continue to be one, and you'll continue to fight for the very motherfucker that put you that way. So, Sister Divinity, would you like to add anything else before we go to the third round?
Just in closing, to kind of piggyback on what Black Power was saying as it pertains to tapping into your heart and putting in perspective that you have energetic coding of information that's embedded within your DNA. And the only way that you can unlock this information that's encoded within your DNA is if you begin to release all of the things that you began to condition within the confines of your makeup, right? So you have to release the hurt. You have to release the different traumas that you went through. You have to identify for what it is so that now you can you will be renewed and transformed. You will be renewed by the transformation of your mind. So if you can really release the things that are blocking this clarity, and then you can show up as the example whenever the excuse as to why something can't be done, then you teach generations behind you to do the same thing. So it really begins with healing. And a lot of our traumas, a lot of us, fall into victim was due to our lack of creation, due to us managing our time in areas that are going to serve us. We were busy playing the victim, falling victim to the things that they were creating as a vision for themselves. So we were like in victim mode. There's no co-creation with that. So it does lead to traumas, right? And so I feel like the main thing that we can gain from slavery and everything that our people have endured is first understanding, like, yeah, there's a large amount of pain that is attached to these series of events. However, this makes me more aware at how powerful I really need to become in this next season. This makes me more disciplined and more focused, more willing to overcome the limitations of myself, because goddamn, look at where we came from. And so it's not to look at it and put together different events and different showcases and different things to make the white man look bad or make them, feel like they owe us something, because it's not that. Really what is owed to us is our awareness. We owe it to ourselves to become more aware. We owe it to ourselves to become more structured, more disciplined, and more willing to really see and tap into this external, this I don't want to say external, I want to say it's an internal realm, but is a realm that supersedes this physical realm of reality, right? So it's beyond what meets the eye. So if we could really, get our gears going into that motion, then like I said, we teach our children. Our children are not born with a victimized consciousness. They're not born with the questions of why can't I do this? It switches to how can I do this? How can I know that it's gonna be hard. I see this stumbling block right there. So versus me falling victim to it, because that's what my mom did and it didn't work for them. How can I shift this generation? How can I break this curse? Right. And so it's all in how you see it. And so yeah, we need to get in co-creation mode. Our people need to heal, because individually we can do this, so that now collectively we come together as a movement, like a real powerhouse. And so that's where it begins, really.
That is where it begins. That is where it begins. And I can tell you right now, people, a lot of y'all are conditioned, all right, to obey. And you don't have to believe what I just said there. You are conditioned to obey. You know, and if you don't believe you are, okay, well, look at the stats. Look around you. Look at what you have. Look at what you do. Look at how you work so hard until you dead bone tired. Just pay attention to life itself and the organization or the corporation that you are part of. Pay attention to that. You're conditioned to obey. You ain't conditioned to say what you want. When you go to the courtroom, what does the judge say? If you say something else, I'm gonna hold you in contempt. You can't even say what you want in the courtroom. And then here we go. Here we go. And I'm gonna say it. Here we go with this old slave nigga trying to tell you what not to say in the courtroom. Better be careful, man. Or the judges, shut your ass up, you stupid motherfucker. Shut the fuck up talking to me. And this white motherfucker sitting up here trying to tell me what he gonna do with my life, and it's my life. I don't want to hear nothing about no damn more from none of you slave niggas hollering about don't do this and don't say this or they'll arrest you. Fuck you. How about that? Because I'm sick of you sons of bitches out here hollering about what not to do when the white man looking at me. How about that? I'm going to say what the fuck I feel, and I'm going to fight their ass for it. I'm going to use their very system against them, and I'm going to destroy their ass. I don't care if it's a lawyer, judge, doctor. I don't give a damn if it's the president of the United motherfucking States. I ain't finna let no more of these goddamn slave-ass motherfucking so-called masters control me no damn more. So stop with this. I'm scared of the judge. You shouldn't say this. Do you know how many judges have kicked me out of their courtroom? I'll tell you some personal shit like that. Get his ass out of here. Okay, fine. But when I come back that following week, I end up beating the case because the judge looked into everything I said. Oh, now you got to change your heart. So you know what? Stop all this foolishness. Quit trying to tell me to be afraid because I'm not. Do you see this look on my face? You think I'm afraid? No, I'm not. I'm in my motherfucking warrior mode, my God mode. It's time to really fight. Either we gonna do it like this or we can do it like this. It don't make no motherfucking difference to me. But I'd be damned if I be a slave anymore. We done with that. So wake your asses up and excuse all the cursing, y'all. Wake your asses up. Go ahead, brother.
Brother. All right, so you're talking about the court system, and I don't think people really understand this. I'm reading this from 27 CFR. This is Code of Federal Regulations on subsection 72.11. It says commercial crimes. Now understand this right here. If this is a commercial crime, that means there can't be any criminal court for this crime. All right. Commercial crimes, any of the following types of crimes: federal or state offenses against the revenue laws: burglary, counterfeiting, forgery, kidnapping, larceny, robbery, illegal sale or possession of deadly weapons, prostitution, including soliciting, procuring, pandering, white slavery, keeping house of ill will, and like offenses, extortion, swindling, confidence games, and attempting to commit, conspire to commit, or compounding any of the foregoing crimes, addiction to narcotics, drugs, and use of marijuana are all treated as if such were commercial crimes. What does commercial mean? Relates to or is connected with the trade and traffic of commerce in general, is occupied with business and commerce. Generic term for most all types of buying and selling. So if these crimes are commercial crimes, what are they doing? What are they buying and selling in this courtroom?
Correct. And I'm gonna tell you like this. So many of y'all walk into that courtroom afraid. A lot of y'all do. Afraid, shoulders hunched in, head kind of down, wondering if the judge is gonna do you in. You're afraid to be judged by somebody that so-called judges, in your life. Let me tell you something, man. That's a person just like me and you. And I'm gonna tell you something personally. I can't tell you how many goddamn judges I didn't curse the fuck out. I sure the fuck did. And I'm here to tell you the story. Why I'm not in jail. See, I know my shit. I read, I study. I use the very system that they have against them. And I'm still here to tell you the story. So that fear shit is out the window. You want to be afraid? Then take your ass to that empty ass building that you call a church that you think your God is in. You go ahead. You go do that. Go get in a corner and pray and beg for somebody to save you. That's not really coming. But no more. It's time to liberate each other. It's time to do that. All this old slave shit. It's time to wake up from that. All you people that want to be afraid because the cops pull up to your house, because I guess you want to look at it as a slave master. You go ahead and be afraid. Because when that motherfucker pull up, he gonna get the same damn thing that the motherfucker I got a problem with gonna get. He ain't nobody different. Well, you should respect his authority as long as he as long as he walk up to my property and talk to me respectfully, he'll get that. But he ain't finna be coming doing all this yap, rah. See, no, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. And all you nigga cops out there, boy, y'all some fucking sellouts. But anyway, if anybody like to add to anything before we move on to the third round. Good. Okay. So in the
I do. I feel like it was I do understand where you're coming from when you say, educate yourself so that you're able to, gain leverage, during the time that you need it most against the justice system. However, there are so many people that have done that, and they have also been, packed on with extra charges and things like that. And I just wanted to raise awareness as to why those things most commonly happen. And it is due to, like Meco was saying, how America is a system, is a business, right? And so when you have a certain amount of people that's incarcerated, not only are you making them labor, for certain goods that now you can sell, we don't know how that goes to where they're making money. Then the commissary that they have, they jack prices up when people are incarcerated $2-3 opposed to what it is on the street. And so this is going to put the black woman or whoever that's related to this incarcerated person in a deeper depth of a hole as it pertains to finances, because now you putting money on books and you paying double for what you would out here on the street. You trying to and so it's a hardship, and it's all due to control. And there's various ways that they do these things, and the system, the prison system, is definitely one of them.
Yeah, it is. And before we move on to the third round, y'all, this all pertains on what we are talking about, because hopefully we didn't lose y'all. But this all pertains to the topic, slave mentality. Okay? So hopefully we didn't lose y'all, because some of y'all be emailing me talking about, oh, I lost you in the 30 minute 0.2 second mark. Well, I'm sorry to tell you, you need to follow, you need to pay attention. That just lets me know you didn't pay a lot of attention in class. So this all pertains to what we're talking about. Okay, so I want y'all to make sure y'all get everything that we're saying, because a lot of us are conditioned, and I mean direly conditioned. A lot of us will not go against the very system that we live under. I'm not going to say live with, because we're under it. We're not with it. Remember that. So a lot of us are conditioned. So this is a topic that we're trying to reach a lot of y'all. We want y'all to spread this information as well. It's time to wake up, black people, brown people. It's time to wake up and stop letting your kids go to school and learning that bullshit. Because see, look here, let me tell you something. They go to school, yes. You want them to learn and get educated. When they come home, I would rather see a lot of kids be uneducated to be re-educated. Okay, they can take all that European fucking education all through their life, all they want, but at least tell them the truth behind that education and what they're learning. At least tell them the truth. That way, as they're carrying that, they can know the truth behind it, instead of just sitting here believing Columbus discovered America. He ain't discovered shit. Get that slave shit out of here. Ain't nobody, okay, since he discovered it, shit, then tell me why he had all them goddamn slaves under the goddamn ship rowing the boat. He had slaves on that ship with him, just to let y'all know that shit. Okay, but y'all don't want to talk about that. Stop having y'all kids believing that the government was created so that the people would have liberation and shit. I heard that shit. Somebody was conversating about that yesterday. And I said, what the hell? What the fuck are you talking about? They didn't fucking come together to fucking create no damn liberation. They came together to fucking take what they could. What the hell? I like what people are really messed up. No, hell no, we ain't doing that. We're not doing that. So uneducate, re-educate. I do it with my children. I tell them all about our ancestors, all about our black people, our powerful black people. You damn right. I tell them the truth about Mr. Columbus. I tell them the truth about all that old fucking Boston Tea Party shit. All this European information. I tell them the truth about all that shit. You damn right I do. And then when they go to school, they challenge their teachers. And then their teachers be like, well, we'll talk about that later. That's because them motherfuckers are slave and mentally enslaved. And they don't know the fucking truth. Oh, yeah, my kids be challenging the shit out their teachers. They sure do. That's what they should do. Because if you're going to educate me, at least tell me the truth. So now I refuse to let my children be lied to or me. So so this third round here, y'all, I would like y'all to go ahead and pretty much, deliberate with each other, conversate, and, however y'all want to do that, about the topic at hand. So y'all go ahead.
I'll let the lady go first.
Well, this has definitely been an insightful show, as all shows are. But this whole with the history books, with the prison system, everything that we've pretty much been talking about, it can make you feel like a victim. It can make you feel like there's no way out. It can make you feel like, if this is the reality I got to live in, then I don't want to live no more. So, it can, and not to take away, the things that you're doing, saying you're wrong for it, but now to raise your awareness that now, okay, you were doing with what you were conscious of, right? We only act from our level of consciousness, right? So the only reason we will be buying into a white man's dream, the only reason we will be playing victim is because we're unaware. So now that you're aware, now that you're, the seed is being planted, I feel like, you need to start putting yourself where you see yourself, start educating yourself. They say that if you don't want a nigga to know nothing, put it in a book. And that's very true, because a lot of our people don't even read, right? And so I'm not saying that reading, because Black Power did make a valid point when he said, get out of the book and get into your heart, because that's exactly what led me to where I am today, because I couldn't get the answers to my questions from inside of the Bible. I couldn't get it from my mom, I couldn't get it from my grandma. I couldn't go to church to get it, because I still had after I ask you why and you tell me why, now I got 2 more whys, 10 more whys to, kind of fall in line behind the first why. And it just was never clicking. It was never connecting for me. And it was, and I think I stated this in one of the shows, that I came across Jeremiah 29, and I'm not sure the verse, but it said that when you seek me and you seek me with your whole heart, then you'll find me. And I interpreted that as close the Bible and open your heart. Begin to be willing to experience certain things that they're not going to teach you, that sometimes they haven't even experienced within themselves, right? And so we need somebody that's going to come and awaken not only themselves, not only the spirit that lies within, not only the community that they live in, but this entire realm. Like, the world really needs your light. And I never could understand, how one man could just change the trajectory, of this entire world. I never understood that. But it wasn't until I started mirroring aspects that people were kind of like, Dad, I once deemed that as impossible. How you do that? Or, people asking questions to now gather themselves, and then they teach somebody else how to do it. And that somebody else teach somebody else how to do it. And like I said, it's the gift that keep on giving. When you show up more powerfully and, you heal your perception and you close the things that you were so attached to, that you deemed as so valuable, right? And you really just become willing to, kind of expand your consciousness. Just be willing to see, is there more? Is there anything more? Like, what role am I playing in this grand scheme of things? That's when you really start to activate those answers and those divine truths. So I appreciate this show. I appreciate, these type of talks. I appreciate the depth, because it really, like I was telling Tony one day, it goes from being a conversation to an entire experience, because now you can pinpoint, you can put the pieces of information into your life where you see fit. And it's not like somebody just rambling and just throwing a bunch of words across the screen, or, it's something that you can actually, see come into fruition within your life, right? And so it's like an experience, because the people, you're more relatable. You're more relatable when you can, overcome aspects of yourself and then sit collectively with other people who have done the same thing on their individual time.
And sis, let me ask a question. Where did you get that verse from? Do you know that offhand by your heart, or can you give me that verse? in the Bible where it tells
Jeremiah, it was I'm gonna look it up for you right now. It was seek me with your whole, you will not find me until you seek me with your whole heart or something like that. Hold on, let me look it
okay.
up.
A reason I asked because when I that book gonna play games with the black man and black woman, and I haven't found that scripture yet because the scriptures that I find in the Bible about the heart, it speaks against the heart.
Mm.
Okay, just like in
Mm-hmm.
Genesis chapter 8, and I think it's verse 22, 23, where it tells you man's heart is evil from youth, and we got to check that. That's God telling you you're an evil motherfucker. And we got to wake up to these traps. But I wanted that scripture because I can use that too. Because that's
It's Jeremiah 29:13.
29:13, Jeremiah. Okay. Got that. Thank
And
you.
the heart naturally is tainted. I think I know where you're going with that. It is naturally tainted. So you cannot trust your conditioned way of being and seeing things because you are conditioned. Your heart is, them. But what I mean by, really seeking with your whole heart is once you become willing to release everything that consumes your heart, once you release everything that is attached to your heart that is stagnating your heart chakra from being activated, from you giving and receiving the love that you really desperately desire, and not you got this conditioned love, or you do this for me, I do this for you, or I want, it's so conditioned. You tap into an unconditional realm, and it is through your heart center. It is through your, the reconditioning of your mind. So yes, Jeremiah 29:13.
But see what I'm saying is that's that enemy teaching black people how to seek him or it, whatever the fuck it is.
Mm-hmm.
But it's telling you the truth at the same time. You got to give give it all, man. Black people, come back to your true self and do what that Bible just said with your heart, with you and your people.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? Because this is where it's all at, family. It's in our hearts. We got it. But they teach us against that every chance they get. They don't want you to seek self, man. They always want you to go outside of self. And I want to say something real briefly about the...
Hold on 1 second, brother Black Power, before
Go
you
ahead.
say what you're saying. I just want to ask everyone something. Do you notice how when we talk about topics like this, do you notice how every time it always results back to the Bible? And this is not a problem for us on the panel because we know what that damn Bible is doing. But it's a problem for the simple fact, and generally, so many people are asleep about this goddamn book that everything that they believe in as far as this damn Bible, they take it to be true. It's a problem. This book is a goddamn problem. And that's why I attack it like I do. And I'm going to keep attacking that damn book until it's proven that it's original. I'm going to keep attacking it. That's just what I'm going to do. But y'all notice that? How it always result back to that book? That's a damn shame.
And a lot of people get at me, and y'all done see me over there on Bigo, YouTube, whatever. And a lot of people always question me, brother, if you don't believe in God, why you deal with the Bible? The reason why I deal with that book is because this is supposed to be the so-called beginning of time. The beginning of time. Okay? And now I'm ready to show you the beginning of time, according to the Bible, where us, black people, are catching hell. Catching hell. That's why I deal with it. I try to make it clear as I possibly can for our people. That says a lot, man. Damn, this God decided to open up a creation, created heaven and earth, oceans and black people and white people, created all these people. And the one who's catching all the hell is us. Why? What did we do so fucked up in the beginning of time? Soon as you open up creation, you against us. So I want black people to see that. That's why I deal with that shit. But I was
Hold
talking
on a
about...
second, brother. You wanted to say something, Sister Divinity?
A couple of times, but I lost it. It's gonna come back. I was gonna let him keep speaking.
Okay. Go ahead, brother Black Power.
Yeah, I was just saying, I was thinking about the job situations, how he's really fucking the black family up with that. If the black man is at home with the children, that brother go to work early in the morning, all the way to 3, 5 o'clock, come home, tired than a motherfucker. Ain't got no time for the children. All he got time to do, take a quick shower, eat, and go back to sleep. See what I'm saying? And the enemy knows this shit. He know. We got to learn how to stop going the route the enemy want us to go. Yes, you can start your own businesses and all that. Even if you do got to go work for the enemy, I'm gonna tell you straight up. I'm not gonna be the one to tell you don't fuck with the enemy if I ain't got nothing for you to do. So if time come, nigga, you gotta go work for the Peckerwood, go work for him, but do it smart, like Brother Tony said earlier. Do it smart, but find time for your children, bruh, and your wife. Find time for your babies, man, and get them what they deserve and what they need. Some real black power. Okay? Prepare your children for their future the way they supposed to get prepared, brothers and sisters. Because if we don't, they're doomed. They're doomed. So I just want to say that, brother Tony. I appreciate you, bro. You know, and this has been a very powerful YouTube thing, man. This is powerful, man. This sister's powerful, and we all know Brother Meco powerful than muff. I love him, but you need to have more platforms like this, bro. And you know, with all due respect to you and all our religious brothers, cancel them niggas, man. Till them niggas get it right. Nigga, our people don't need to hear about that shit no more. We don't need to hear, because I want us to see. We've been dealing with that shit for eons, nigga. Moorish, Hebrews, Christians, Nubians. Nigga, we've been dealing with that shit for eons. And look at the condition of our people. We're done. That haven't worked. God haven't worked, my nigga. It haven't worked. So it's time to deal with nothing but what's going to free black people. Revolution, nigga. Black motherfucking power, nigga. Like Tony say, stop being scared, nigga. Ball that up. Ball it up tight. And be ready to defend self, that black woman, and them black children, nigga.
That's
by
right.
any means necessary.
That's
be
right.
ready.
And also, yeah, be ready.
The
and
Bible-
also, you cannot be afraid to stand on what the fuck you mean. I know There's been a lot of cursing in this panel today, but I'm just a little annoyed by what I'm still seeing when all the truth is right in a lot of y'all face.
That's right.
I'm just a little annoyed. You know what I'm saying? You know, put 2 fists up if you got to. But God damn it, wake up. Stop this nonsense. Do a lot of y'all not see what you have become? And you got the nerve to say, oh, that's just me. That's not you. That's not. That's what you've been conditioned to be. Mm-hmm. So quit all this old fake shit. Quit this shit. And think for yourself for once in your damn life.
Right.
And know that, okay, you know what? You're right, Tony. Let me go ahead and think about this. I got to really, really think about it. Yeah, you think about it. You think about it. And you get back to me. But if you coming with that slave mentality shit, I'm telling you, I'm going to burn your ass up every time.
Hey, check this out, right?
I got one last thing, Brother Meco. I got one last thing, brothers and sisters. One last thing. I challenge all you black people today that's caught up with the God concept, slave mentality. I challenge you. Stop dealing with God for 60 days. Let's see if you're man enough or woman enough to stop dealing with God for 60 days of your life. And let's see how your life turn out. Because according to your belief system, you turn your back on God, he's going to turn his back on you. And he's going to stop giving you your blessings. But with this challenge, you got to keep going to work. You got to keep running your own business. Whatever you're doing to support you and your family, you keep doing that. So your blessings can continue to come. Now you have an opportunity to prove God to be fake. Okay?
And that is manifestation at its absolute finest. To
Hey,
Now
incorporate
take
those principles. Mm-hmm.
now
check
take
this out.
that challenge. Take that challenge. I dare any of you to take the challenge for yourself. You don't need nobody else to prove God to you. You can prove him you can prove it by yourself. When you see, when you don't deal with him, you still gonna get your goddamn blessings. Guaranteed.
That's right.
Thank you, brothers and sisters. Y'all go
Your
ahead.
birthright.
All
You
right,
get your,
check
you
this out,
align
right?
with your birthright.
Go ahead, brother Meco.
All right, so check this out, right? They love their Bible so much. So like I said, I always come from their Bible. So let's see, Matthew 6:33 says, seek ye first the kingdom of God, right?
Mhm.
So it's only it would be common sense, it would be logical to think that wherever the kingdom of God is, so is his face, right?
Mhm.
All right. In Genesis, what is it, 32:30? Jacob say he saw the face of God, and it's in a
Lies.
place called Pineal.
Pineal gland. Exactly. That's him.
Jacob say he saw the face of God, and it's in a place called Pineal.
Mhm.
That's that third eye chakra right there.
That's
See,
Mhm.
right.
that's what it's saying in a book.
And you know what? Look, I'm gonna tell you what I actually did. That was actually, I think I actually used that in one of my shows when I was talking about the contradictions of the Bible. When he was talking about the pineal gland, and everybody knows that that's here. So obviously, whatever you saw, motherfucker, wasn't actually there. And then they got the, it got the other men that were traveling and that heard a voice. You know what I'm saying? And then another verse, they didn't hear a voice, but they saw a light. So see, that's just it's just bullshit within itself. You know what I'm saying?
But see,
So
when you understand the fundamentals of life, you're able to interpret that Bible the way that we are sitting here right now. We're
right.
able to interpret it in a way that people become trapped within it, but we understand what is being given to us now from a different perspective now because we're aware. So I always say that Bible is like 50-50. That should never be your number one source of guidance. It's 50-50 though. You can use it as a tool to teach principles. You could use it as a tool, right? Just like you could do the money and the different things that they have here that's been destroying us. You could use those things for your good, but you have to first understand the fundamentals of life. If you don't understand the fundamentals of life, you're going to misinterpret all up and through that Bible.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
are.
tell you, the sister Frances Cress Welsing said, when you don't understand racism, everything that you think you know will only confuse you.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Hmm.
Because there are a lot of confused people out here, man. You know what? I don't like to have conversations with folks that tend to, be confused. Like if I have a conversation with you and you're telling me, okay, the Bible is it's about love. It's about it's about honor. It's about salvation. And you sitting here and you just so heartily just believe this shit. I'm gonna look at you and be like, you know what? We need to have this conversation another time. Matter of fact, I don't even want to talk about that shit no more because you sound real fucking stupid right now. And you can take it how you want to take it. Because if you really believe that book is going to bring you liberation, salvation, then you go right ahead. You show me what the hell it's going to do for you in the next 10 years. Because you're still going to be your ass in the same spot in the next 10 years dealing with that damn book. You please
Yeah,
show me what it's
yeah.
going to do. So, yeah,
Well,
it's
Tony,
bullshit.
brother Tony, I love him. Get him over here with me. I talk to him. Get him over here with me.
I would tell
Hey,
you.
me and Black Power play good cop, bad cop on there.
Get their ass over here. I'm still waiting on you to hook up for that Black Jesus nigga.
Hey, you know
Nah, my
what?
wife
Hey,
just asked about you, brother. My wife was like, "Where has he been?" Because she knew I was looking for you, man.
Please get that nigga Black Jesus over here.
yeah, I'm trying to get him, man. But brother Sarnetta, he doesn't answer his emails too often. You know what I mean? But I'll get him. Eventually, I get him. I guarantee you. Do you know what that is, Sister Divinity?
Nope.
Okay, well, he's a Christian, but he's so called not just a Christian now. Now he's a Muslim. He's Kemetic. he's more, he's every goddamn thing. You know, he's trying to use that as a depiction of unification, unifying the religions. You know what I'm saying? But he don't realize how wrong and stupid he sounds. You know what I'm saying? So if I can get him over here, once I do get his ass over here, I'm gonna personally have Black Power come on up here and debate his ass. You know what
because
I mean?
you know what? It's not even a debate, brother Tony.
Conversation then.
Because I don't debate. We can have a discussion, but I'm gonna destroy that nigga with 1 chapter and 2 verses. I would destroy him.
What is that chapter anyway? Let's talk about it.
That's gonna be. I really don't want him to go try to. Well, he can go try to study. He can go try to study. But all he got to do is go to John chapter 14, verse 12 and 13, and read it, so I can show that nigga that is fake than a motherfucker. Everything you talking about, everything, nigga, that's a fatality blow to all believers. That's a fatality blow, because Jesus said in that verse, according to the Bible, that if you believe in him, you will be able to do the works that he has done. Not one motherfucker on this planet outside of the Bible in Acts chapter 1 and 3, I think it is, where his disciples healed people. None of these niggas, no Black Jesus, no ISUPK, no Geno Jenkins, no TD Jakes. None of these niggas have done the work that Jesus said they can do. Now, one of you niggas then took somebody out of a wheelchair.
And you know what? I'll say this before I have y'all close out. All those damn, preachers or pastors, whatever they want to call themselves, saying, Creflo get the dollar and TD fake, and all those sons of bitches, all those motherfuckers are frauds. They don't teach nothing but prosperity and self-worth. They don't teach you about God, but they use God as a product. Jesus as a product. They sell hope. Man, look, I'll go in on their asses. I can't.
Nah, brother. I mean, and ain't nothing wrong with that, because see, it's the absolute truth. That's why I always start with, first off, you got to understand that the United States is a corporation.
Yeah, of course.
Anything that files with a corporation must be a corporation as well. Therefore, the church is a corporation. It is a business, a 501c3 business. And I'm not really mad at them, you see, because if I were mad at that pastor, I would actually have to be equally as mad with Jay-Z or any other performer that runs across the stage and yells at you. You see what I'm saying?
Well, see, I'm not mad. I'm annoyed because them knowing the truth and what they're teaching. You know what I'm saying? They're misleading the masses.
Right. It's the people that I'm more upset with, because you don't believe in Santa Claus because you've never seen him come down your damn chimney. You know damn well you the one bought them damn presents, so you don't believe in Santa Claus. So when you thank Jesus for the food that's on your table, you know damn well you the one went and worked hard, bought that food and cooked it and put it on that damn table. You got to make yourself make sense to me, man.
Right.
Yeah. And people, remember, it's you. It's you. It's not no goddamn God or no Bible. It's not no goddamn motherfucking tooth fairy or Santa Claus. It is you. I'm gonna put 2 fingers. It's you. All right. When you look in the mirror, who do you see? You. Okay. When you look at your fucking hand, you know it's your hand. It's you. All right. So stop all this imaginary fairy tale shit. You fucking your kids up with that shit too. So stop that shit. So I will go ahead and have y'all close out. But after y'all close out, don't go anywhere, because I actually want to holler at y'all about something for about 5 minutes. So don't go anywhere. I want to talk to y'all about something real quick after I end the broadcast. So y'all stick around. But go ahead, Sister Divinity, you go ahead and close out, sister, and then we'll do Brother Black Power and then Brother Meco.
All right, y'all. So in closing, I'm just gonna leave y'all with the assignment to really just reflect on your life. Reflect on how you've been going about things. Reflect on how you feel like God has been showing up in your life or have not been. Get you a vision board and really start to heal your traumas. Identify them for what they are, so that you can gain the clarity that you need, so that we can persevere. We don't need to play the blame game. We're not victims. We don't have to adopt that victimized consciousness consciousness, that victimized way of seeing things. Once you heal yourself, once you become more disciplined, once you make room to incorporate new principles, you will be met with a new reality. Not saying that the things that are occurring are going to stop, but the way you see them is going to be different. The way that you approach them, the way that you react to certain things is going to be different. And so that is going to be your new reality. And I feel like the beginning to shift the generational curses is to heal the perception, heal the traumas, so that individually we become powerful, that when we come together collectively, we're a powerhouse.
No doubt.
All
No doubt.
right. Thank you, sister. Thank you, sister. Yes, right. That's right. Brother Black Power, go ahead with your
And
closing remarks.
brothers and sisters, I just want to say we have to be careful of our own kind, okay? Because that's who they're using now to keep us mentally as their slaves. Okay, family? You see, they got rid of Tupac. They got rid of Biggie. Because those two brothers was ready to start that One Nation album and bring
Mm.
black people together. But they had to get rid of them too. They gone. And they haven't still found their killers. Because it's the enemy. This is why. But now, our brother Snoop Dogg, I gotta call you out on this, brother. If you ever see this video, hope you don't take it the wrong way. Maybe you don't have no knowledge of what's going to be said. But he put you in front of the world at the Super Bowl halftime show. That's most watched program probably in the world. And he had you up there. And let's be real, Snoop, you probably my age. I'm 56. You probably around catching up with me, man, if you ain't already here. But you get in front of the world, brother, and put us out there, black people, as Crips, sea walking in front of the world. And we all know the history of Crips. They got history of murdering black people, brother. We got to be careful, man. Just like Little Nas. I mean, not Little Nas, Nas X, excuse me. Not Nas, Little Nas X. When he get in front of the world and disrespect ancient Kemet, homosexuality, kissing, walking around with men looking like he pregnant and all that kind of shit. We got to watch our own kind because these brothers are signing these contracts for that dead white man, that dead Peckerwood. And this is keeping the masses of us mentally dead. We got to rise above this shit. I don't care about Lil Nas, but Snoop, I respect for you, bruh. You're doing a good thing too with your people. But come on now, bruh. We need you. You're a powerful brother. We need you to help our people. Because the white men, like Pac said, and just like I say, give them Qurans and Bibles, step back and watch them kill each other. Pac say give them guns, step back and watch them kill each other. They gave us the Willie Lynch letter. And Willie Lynch told them, look, y'all tripping. I'm going to teach you how to get these niggas to enslave themselves. And that's what's taking place with a lot of these niggas that's in front of us, man. Tyler Perry, Oprah Winfrey, LeBron James, all these niggas is used to keep us mentally dead. We don't hear about no more Malcolm X's. Even with these so-called YouTube programs, you niggas ain't talking about Dr. Khalid Muhammad. Y'all not putting this revolution in black people's minds. As a matter of fact, all you niggas is doing exactly what white people want you to do out here on the streets. Beef. Bang, bang. Soon as you see a nigga. That's what you're doing on YouTube now. You exposing him. You exposing her. It's black on black violence now. All on YouTube. From the mind. See how we
All right.
keep biting? We keep biting. And it's time to stop, black people. It's time.
All right.
So hold on, brother. One last thing. So
Yeah,
all
go
you
ahead.
brothers and sisters that's on YouTube, please, can we start seeing our ancestors? Don't forget about them brothers and sisters that fought and died for us. Don't forget about them. I don't care if it's 70 years ago. Let's put that out there. Let's discuss that. Let's teach these little black children that's 15 years old. Who is that? Because I ask them every day. Have you heard of Dr. Khalid Muhammad? No, who is that? But you know
Well,
who
brother Black
President
Power,
Biden is.
brother Black Power. Due to Sister Divinity's time, I'm gonna have to stop you there, brother.
Okay,
Sister,
brother.
yeah,
Thank you,
due
brother.
to her time, Sister Divinity doesn't really have time like that. But thank you. That was powerful. That was
Thank
powerful.
you, brother.
Brother Meco, go ahead with and close out.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna be very short. People understand this right here. You are not an individual. You are part of collective. They are not attacking you because of your religious status or your religious beliefs. They're not attacking you because of your educational level. They're not attacking you because of your financial level. They're attacking you because of your skin color. And in that, we are collective. My story is not significant and neither is yours. We all going through the same shit. Let's deal with it. Stand your motherfucking ass up and let's deal with it. I'm done.
Real talk, y'all. Real talk. So I hope that everyone got a lot out of this topic today. All right. I hope you learned something. All right. And I'll just say, saying this: get out of the slave-minded thinking, slave-minded behavior, the slave-minded actions that you take every day thinking your ass is doing the right thing. Okay, especially when it comes to your people and your children. We got to care about the children because that's who they're going after as well. Knowing that their minds are vulnerable. Be mindful about this, what you do every day. Get out of this slavery shit. Get out of it. Stop, and stop being afraid to step outside of that circle of the slave mentality because you think something bad gonna happen. Well, you know something? If you don't stand for something, you're gonna fall for any goddamn thing. And you gotta be willing to die for what the fuck you believe in. And I'm gonna say it like that. And so I wanna before y'all go, I wanna shoot this video out right here. This is a sidebar here. This is a shot to all you Christians that want to throw that Bible up. And I'm going to play a video for you Christians so that y'all can see how I'm coming with it. Because this is a mental war for our people. So when you look at this video, Christians, you Bible thumpers, just know that's my call out to every last one of you. And just know that I will not stop until you motherfuckers do better at trying to liberate our people. Not with that goddamn book. So guess what? Enjoy the video. Shots motherfucking fired. Y'all stick around after the video. I want to talk to y'all. Stay right there.
You see the beauty of it, the inevitability. You rise only to fall.
What becomes of us? As you deserve. You reap what you sow. You have heard of this. Assemble the army.
As long as there are those that remember what was, there will always be those that are unable to accept what can be. They will resist.
Spartans! Prepare for glory!
Will they fight, sir?
Shall know soon enough. At my signal, unleash hell.
No retreat, no surrender. That is Spartan law. And by Spartan law, we will stand and fight and die.
What I'm about to do to your stubborn, annoying little planet, I'm gonna enjoy it. Very, very much.
Madness. This is Sparta!
Interesting.
This is exactly what I wanted. All of you against all of me. How can you possibly hope to stop me?
Whoa!
inevitable. You could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
The will of your father.
And that is destiny fulfilled.
That is destiny fulfilled. Destiny fulfilled. And I'm going to tell you this here. Y'all can come back on. That's destiny fulfilled for the simple fact, as you can see in the other clip, when Ultron said that this is exactly what I wanted, all of you against all of me. So yeah, don't think I don't have people behind me. See, I am raging. I am declaring this mental war against you Bible thumpers for a very, very good reason. And I've already told you, for the liberation and real salvation of our people. So you want to keep throwing that goddamn book around, I'm going to keep throwing them shots until your ass decides you want to take me and my team on. We're gonna stop all this. And it don't matter
Tony,
how long it takes.
I hate to cut you off. I don't want to cut you off. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead, sister. So let me stop right there, and I'll come back with that. Sister Divinity, thank you for coming. Brother Meco, thank you for coming. Brother Black Power, I also want to thank you, brothers, for coming. Okay. Sister Divinity, I'll just contact you about what I want to do as far as the wild group I was telling you about. I'll contact you, and I'll try to get a I'll bring you back online, but it won't be like live, but it'll be like here, so I can show you. And I'll email you as well. I'll email you this, and then I'll text you and all that stuff like that, letting you know about.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. You Kings have an amazing day. It was nice meeting you both.
Black
all right,
sister as well. I did email you, sister.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna check it out.
All right, Sister Divinity. See you later. So yeah, that sister is very powerful, man. You know what I mean? Telling you, every time I have on the show, it's always a gift to have her, man. All right. So yeah, so these are pretty much like I said. This is shots fired at you Bible thumpers, man. Shots fired at your Christians, whatever you want to believe or anything like that. So I'm going to say this here: if you like to be a guest on the show, please hit me up. TonyReal0044@gmail.com for a live screen or a phone screening. All right. Also, follow Brother Black Power. All right, Brother Sister Divinity and Brother Meco on the Beagle app. Download it today, and and follow these. So follow this sister and these two brothers. All right. If you like to get more in depth with some information, because I guarantee you they got a lot of it. All right. These brothers are also powerful as well. And you know what? In order for you to actually, I'll just say this, in order for you to actually know what true power looks like, I want you to look at this panel. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. And in order to know what it sounds like, I want you to listen to this panel, including the sister that just left. That's what it sounds like. You know what I'm saying? Truth, facts, truth and facts over unlogical bullshit. So get your shit together, people. Get your shit together. So we're gonna get out of here, man. And don't forget, man, if you like to donate today to support the channel, man, that's cool, man. Hit your boy up on that Cash App, man. Cash tag Big Tony Main. All right. It's up to y'all. All right. So we're gonna get out of here. And that's pretty much it, family. I was gonna finish my little war declaring against these damn Christians, but I'll do it later. I'll do it later.
Hey, Black Power, get with me, man.
Okay. Hey, I'm gonna have to go live on Beagle probably tonight or tomorrow, brother, because I gotta get another phone.
Okay. Cool.
You got? You still got my number?
Yeah, it's in it's in this phone right here.
Man, get at me, bro.
Okay. I'm gonna definitely. I gotta get another phone. I might go get that today. If not tomorrow for sure. And I'm gonna go ahead and get back on there and go ahead and do what I do, man.
All right. So we're gonna close out. That's all we have for y'all today, family. I hope a lot of y'all have learned something. Hope you're gonna do some research. Hope you're gonna wake up and free your minds. All right. But that's all I have for y'all today. That's all we got for y'all today. Thank y'all for coming. We are out of here, family. Brothers, y'all stick around. I'm finna hit in this broadcast, and I want to holler at y'all. So we out of here, family.
Black power.
Black power.